So we move on to this second section where we have a return to reality. And Macbeth says, but in these cases, we still have judgment. And so this is a change of tack. And just the phrase, but in these cases, shows us this sense of hesitancy and doubt that shows us that he doesn't really have any conviction in this sort of hypothetical world that he's imagining, where guilty conscience has no effect over someone's mind. Importantly as well, he uses this religious vocabulary, which comes back to the divine right of kings, judgment. It's the judgment of God that, in the end, he is risking, and that this lexis of religion shows us that there's no escape from damnation and its consequences, and we see this throughout this dramatic monologue. He then says, we but teach bloody instructions which being taught return to plague the inventor. He means we create bloody lessons which once they're taught come back to have a negative impact on the person who taught them in the first place. So you it's almost like a vision of karma here. What you put out into the world ends up coming back to get you. But here it personifies violence as a lesson that comes back to affect the teacher. We teach bloody instructions. We create lessons that other people learn from, which when they're taught, they return to plague the teacher who taught them in the first place. That personification of violence as a lesson gives us the sense of his kind of powerful doubt and realistic understanding of conscience and morality that he sort of longs to escape from in the opening. And he develops this. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. So again, it's personifying justice. It commends the ingredients of our own poisoned cup to our own lips. It recommends that we have this awful poisoned chalice on our own lips. But the poisoned chalice as well as a metaphor for corruption, the corruption that is created through immoral actions like the ones that he's plotting. So I think that the personification that is evident in this second section is particularly powerful, I think, at creating that sense of paranoia that he has and the realistic understanding that he actually possesses about the immoral nature of what he's planning and the moral consequences of doing so.